Get ready for the twisted tale of Gypsy Rose Blanchard, the girl who deceived the world, the mother who met a brutal end, and the boyfriend who became her accomplice. Her story is one of the most shocking, disturbing, and heartbreaking of our time. Now, Gypsy is free, but could she be headed back to jail? Stick around as we dive into every jaw-dropping detail of this bizarre saga. But hey, how did Gypsy Rose reach this point in her life? What events led her to such a critical crossroads? To truly understand Gypsy's current situation, we need to go back to the dark and twisted circumstances that put her in the public eye. So here's the shocking truth. Gypsy Rose Blanchard lived her life under the suffocating control of her mother, Dee Dee, in a world built on lies. Can you believe Dee Dee had everyone convinced that Gypsy was gravely ill, battling countless chronic conditions? But here's the real question. Just how far would a mother go to ensnare her own child in such a twisted web of deceit? Dee Dee's manipulation wasn't just bizarre. It was downright terrifying. She fabricated a nightmare of illnesses for Gypsy, claiming her daughter had leukemia, muscular dystrophy, and even mental disabilities. To sell the lie, Dee Dee went to extreme lengths, confining Gypsy to a wheelchair and making her reliant on feeding tubes. But underneath all of this, Gypsy was a healthy girl who was unlucky to be trapped in a horrifying world of lies. Did you ever think it is possible to be living a life where everything about you is being destroyed by the one person who's supposed to protect you? The crushing weight of Dee Dee's deception eventually pushed Gypsy to her breaking point. In 2015, she devised a chilling plan with her then-boyfriend, Nicholas Godejohn, that ended in her mother's murder. But what drove her to this extreme? Could there have been any other way out for Gypsy? However, the world was left stunned as the shocking details of the case unfolded. Gypsy, once perceived as a helpless victim, was now revealed to be at the center of a murder plot, leading to her arrest and conviction. She was sentenced to 10 years in prison, while Godejohn received a life sentence. With all of this bizarre saga, Gypsy Rose was released from prison in 2023, and she was eager to begin a new chapter in her life. She started sharing her story, giving interviews, and even entering a new relationship. But as she attempts to rebuild her life, the shadows of her past continue to loom large. But hey, what do you think? Can she ever truly break free from the ghosts that haunt her, or will they forever be a part of her story? So, here's the scoop. Rumor has it that Gypsy might have violated her parole. Shocking, right? But could these whispers hint at something more serious? Could a single misstep send Gypsy Rose back behind bars? Although these allegations remain unconfirmed, they've already ignited a firestorm of speculation and concern. The pressing question now is whether these rumored violations could land Gypsy back in prison. And with every one of her steps being under a microscope, how does she really get to handle the relentless scrutiny? Is it actually fair for her, every move to be under such intense watch? But just so you know, the psychological toll on Gypsy is immense. The years of abuse, manipulation, and her eventual role in her mother's murder have left deep, lasting scars. However, her actions stemmed from sheer desperation, but the emotional and psychological wounds she bears might never truly heal. Well, Gypsy Rose is a survivor of unthinkable circumstances, yet she has also made grave mistakes. Her story is undeniably complex, and it demands a response filled with empathy and understanding. But here's the difficult question. How do we balance compassion for a victim with the need to hold someone accountable for their actions? That's the case here, you know. Since her release, Gypsy has demonstrated incredible resilience. She's actively working to rebuild her life, seeking support, and pursuing personal growth. Her courage in sharing her story reveals her strength and determination to face her past. But the journey to recovery is far from over, and the challenges ahead are formidable. So, what's next for Gypsy? Can she hold on to her newfound freedom, or does she risk losing it all? As 2024 draws near, the uncertainty around Gypsy Rose's future looms large. Will she manage to keep her hard-won freedom, or is there a chance she could end up back in prison? The mere thought of her return would be a heartbreaking setback, unraveling all the progress she's made. But just how real is the possibility that Gypsy could find herself back in the very place she fought so desperately to leave behind? We can only hope that Gypsy receives the unwavering support and resources she needs to rebuild and reclaim her life. Her story shines a glaring light on the urgent need to confront abuse, especially when it's concealed beneath a veil of normalcy. But hold up. This also begs a haunting question. How many others are still trapped in the shadows, their heartbreaking stories yet to be revealed? For Gypsy Rose, the journey to recovery has been anything but easy. She has faced significant obstacles, from navigating the criminal justice system to dealing with the emotional scars left by her past. But despite these challenges, Gypsy has shown incredible determination and strength. Can this strength carry her through the uncertainties ahead, or will it falter under the weight of her past? Now, just when the world thought it had heard the last shocking twist in the saga of Gypsy Rose Blanchard, another bombshell dropped. Gypsy, who is trying to get her life back up, is reportedly pregnant. Yes, you heard that right. The same popular girl who lived her life under the iron fist of her manipulative mother, Dee Blanchard, is now expecting a child. But what does this mean for her? And how does this latest development complicate her already tangled web of legal and personal challenges? Gypsy's pregnancy has, however, raised more questions than answers. How will this affect her life, her freedom, and her ability to move on from a past that continues to haunt her? As if her story wasn't already steeped in complexity, this latest revelation adds a whole new layer to the saga, making it even more difficult for the public and the courts to decide where sympathy ends and accountability begins. Let's get into the implications of this development. First, the timing of the pregnancy could not be more terrible. Gypsy is still under intense scrutiny due to the ongoing rumors that she might have violated her parole. Any misstep, no matter how small, could jeopardize her newfound freedom. Adding a pregnancy into the mix makes the situation even more volatile. The stress of navigating potential legal troubles while preparing to become a mother could push Gypsy to her breaking point. After all, she's already been through unimaginable psychological and emotional trauma. How much more can she handle? But hey, that's not all. Gypsy's pregnancy also raises serious concerns about her mental and emotional well-being. Can she truly be ready to bring a child into the world after everything she's been through? The psychological scars left by her mother's abuse, compounded by her involvement in Dee Dee's murder, are deep and enduring. So, becoming a parent is a monumental responsibility, and the added pressure could either be a turning point in her recovery or a devastating setback. In this whole saga, one can't help but wonder if Gypsy has the support system she needs to navigate this new chapter, or will she be left to fend for herself in an already challenging situation? Then there's the question of public perception. The world has followed Gypsy's story with a mix of horror, sympathy, and disbelief. Her actions, both as a victim and as someone who played a role in murder, have made her a polarizing figure. With this new twist, public opinion is likely to be even more divided. Some may see her pregnancy as a chance for redemption, a new beginning, where she can finally break free from her past. Others may view it as yet another example of Gypsy making questionable decisions, raising concerns about her ability to care for a child while still dealing with the fallout of her previous life. Legal experts are also weighing in, pointing out that Gypsy's pregnancy could complicate her legal situation in unforeseen ways. If she is found to have violated her parole, the court may have to consider her pregnancy in determining her sentence. But wait a minute! Do you think a judge would be more lenient, knowing that she is carrying a child? Or could this actually work against her, seen as another example of Gypsy's life spiraling out of control? Oh, well, the stakes are incredibly high, and the outcome could shape not just Gypsy's future, but the life of her unborn child. As we follow this unfolding story, one thing is clear. Gypsy Rose Blanchard's life remains as complicated and tragic as ever. Her pregnancy could just possibly be a turning point, either for better or for worse. It might offer her a chance at redemption, a reason to fight harder for her freedom and her future. Or it could be the catalyst that pulls her back into the darkness she has fought so hard to escape. So, what do you think? Will Gypsy Rose be able to overcome her past, or will it come right back to haunt her? Share your thoughts in the comments section below. If you found this video insightful and want to stay updated on Gypsy Rose's story and other fascinating cases, make sure to hit that subscribe button. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you in our next video.